everybody, it's Technical Wizard here, and today I got a Mac-related video for you guys, so let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so today guys, we're going to be talking about why I never update my system software on my 2016 MacBook Pro. When I first used this computer, it had macOS Sierra 10.12.1, which right now it's currently running 10.12.6. macOS Sierra was probably the last stable version, if you can even call it that. Calling it stable would be very generous. But the last MacBook Pro I had before this one was a complete piece of garbage because it always had issues with the graphics card, and I took it up to Apple at least 5 times before eventually saying, you know what, this isn't working. And that was when this boy came out. Because I remember back when the 2016 MacBook Pro first was released, they only had the versions of it where it had just a regular keyboard and not the little touch bar thingamabob. Speaking of the touch bar, it's really not that revolutionary. Because, yeah, you got all this crap right here, and it changes from application and application, like on Final Cut and Photoshop. Actually, the Photoshop that I use doesn't even change. But if you press FN, then you get all of the F function keys. But honestly, if it had the, the function keys, escape button, and physical power button, then it would not bother me the slightest bit, honestly. Because I barely even used the touch bar, even though it is pretty neat. I will say that. But macOS Sierra, back to our topic, was the last decent, if you can say that, release of Mac system software. Now, if it was up to me, this thing would be running probably, probably Mountain Lion or Snow Leopard, because Snow Leopard was the first. Actually, I take that back. The first version of Mac system software that I ever used was 10.5 Leopard, and it was good. 10.6 Leopard was what I used on my first computer. We had Snow Leopard on there until 2011 maybe, so that was like 2 years after my family bought the computer, and we put Lion on, and it stayed on Lion up until 2014. But if it was possible, then I would have Snow Leopard on this, or Mountain Lion, because those were actually good releases. But honestly, the thing about Apple is it just went downhill after Steve Jobs passed, because all you get now is same crap released every year. Like, example being iPhones. The iPhone 10 was supposed to be it was supposed to be revolutionary. Wasn't, because it still had 2 cameras, even though it had the big old screen without a home button. iPhone XS, same exact thing basically, other than processor speed changes, even though it's the same thing other than the fact you get gold. iPhone 11, regular iPhone 11, 2 cameras, no difference, right? And iPhone 11 Pro, you get 3 cameras, and I'm like, who needs 3 cameras, honestly? That's just me, and the only MacBook Pros that they have actually updated since 2016 was the higher-end model. It used to be a 15-inch, and they upped it to a 16-inch. And I like that fact because they should have kept the 15-inch and 13-inch, but made a 17-inch model. Because on the new 16-inch, they put an actual escape button and this standalone, which was pretty neat if you ask me, but hey, nobody at Apple asked me for their opinion. But this is running the 8GB RAM, 29 GHz, Core i5, stock specs, because you can't upgrade or rip on these. They're in the future, these things are just going to be probably worthless, I assume, because they're not like older Macs, like where they were actually like, unique. These, on the other hand, 2016, 17, 18, 19 models, all the same. So these things are probably going to be worthless once they're like 10 years old, maybe. Most of these are going to go right in the trash. But this one here is 3 years old, turning on 4 this year. And, I mean, it's been a decent laptop, but I'm not going to say, like, it was the best computer that I've ever owned. The best computer that I've ever owned, as in newer ones, modern ones, was my 2009 iMac. That thing was unbeatable. And, I mean, I still have it, and it runs OS High Sierra, even though it's really, really slow. I just use it for an archive unit now, but if it was 2009 or so, I would still be using that thing, and if it still supported, or if Snow Leopard was still supported by Apple and third-party software makers, then I would still be using Snow Leopard still, because it was a great operating system. Unlike macOS Sierra. Like, example being, like, every year when they release a new operating system, it's complete garbage. But towards the end of its newity, like, take OS X El Capitan, for example. That operating system was, I have never seen such a disappointment in my entire life of an operating system, well, besides Windows Vista, but Mac software, it was a complete disappointment to me. I mean, OS X Yosemite was decent. I like the fresh look of it, but El Capitan bugged out on me. When did it not bug out on me? That is the real question. And by the time they got to 10.11.6, I believe, and then they released Sierra. Sierra was garbage originally. I mean, the 10.12.1 update was alright, but, I mean, macOS Sierra right now, it still bugs out all the time. And only reason I still have it because I don't even feel like putting a new operating system on here, because I remember back in 2017, I put High Sierra on this laptop, and it screwed it the heck up, because it would go to the little Apple logo, and then just turn off. It wouldn't even start all the way up. And I made a video of this a while back, I think. I can't remember exactly. And then in late 2017, the whole motherboard or something broke on it, because it would, like, pop up a flashing folder when you started it up, and these don't have detachable SSDs, so that was amazing. I remember back in 2018, the screen broke on this thing, which I didn't drop it or anything, or I usually set my phone on top of it, but that could have been a case, but oh me, this has turned into a long rant video, but there, y'all know why. Why do I not update my system software? Because new software is garbage. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this little video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll be seeing y'all tomorrow. This is the Technical Wizard, signing off.